In 2023, there will be 3,112 billionaires. You won't have seen anything like the billionaire's perspective on life, which will challenge many of your beliefs. 15 mysteries billionaires are aware. Influencing potential millionaires. First off, it's uncommon to possess a $1 billion firm in its entirety. Elon Musk of Tesla owns 13%, and Jeff Bezos of Amazon owns 12.7%. LV is 46%. Robert Arnault. 16% of Berkshire Hathaway is owned by Buffett. Oracle is 35% owned by Ellison. You comprehend. The majority of millionaires fiercely protect their stock without realizing that doing so will prevent them from rising more quickly. It is significantly more profitable to own 15% of a multi-billion-dollar pie than it is to own 100% of your $3 million company. Making millionaires in real estate is number 2. The very wealthy claim that private equity makes you a billionaire while real estate is for stupid millionaires. Even if you have no other ideas, you can become a real estate millionaire. Just ask any millionaire. They'll claim that real estate millionaires account for 35 to 50% of their total wealth. Their net worth is comprised of business holdings and private equity to the tune of about 70%. The largest net worth rise comes from business ownership. Blow it up and then buy pieces of other companies to repeat the process. Third, refrain from using your money. Make money off of someone else's. You may earn $1 million. You can't reach $1 billion, but doctors, lawyers, and IT engineers all make 7 figures. Your financial life is opened up vertically once you realize you can use other people's money to become wealthy. It's what most billionaires do. First, they pitch a business idea to friends, family members, banks, and angel investors. They require $100,000 in order to launch the business and sell 20%. That's $500,000. They have a $400,000 investment in this new company, and we have just begun phase 2. They start to make money and form a scaling team. Let's say the business now brings in $1 million a year in recurring revenue. In the third step, they recoup $2 million in cash by selling 20% of the company to outside investors for $10 million, making the remaining 60% worth $6 million. By using $2 million, you may boost recurring revenue from $1 to $10 million annually. Step 5. At a valuation of $100 million, sell 20% more of the company to raise $20 million. 40% is currently worth $40 million. Sixth, you create a product for other businesses and spend $20 million on salespeople. This increases recurring income and gets your company ready for an IPO in 2 years. The seventh step entails submitting an IPO to float 10% of the business's shares at $10 billion. You and every investment in your business. 1 billionaire. You expanded, hired people to create new products, and increased sales using other people's money. Every action enhanced value. Please keep in mind that this is a simplified model before you discard anything we mentioned. The founder told us this as UiPath went public for $35 billion. Fourth, the buy low sell high principle applies to everything. Only scale. Billionaires deal in commodities like coffee and metals. When the cost of gas and transportation is less than what others would pay you to deliver, other people trade in shipping. Tech and media companies buy low, sell high, and use the profit to repeat the process. Your viewpoint shifts when you understand that every business buys low and sells high. Optimize 2 areas to get success. Your markup and scale. Tesla has strong margins and few transactions compared to Amazon's poor margins and lots of transactions. One of 3 things happens and a business expands. You raise the price while maintaining the same level of sales. Artists use this idea. 2. When fast food restaurants build new locations, they maintain their prices while increasing the number of customers. 3 factors made Bernard Arnault the richest man in the world. Higher prices charged by luxury brands, more transactions. The majority of millionaires are aware that you can bargain for lower costs after you enter a new scale. Profit is made at purchase, not sale, as only billionaires are aware of. Fifth, because art is portable, wealthy people enjoy it. Your money is primarily invested in stocks, enterprises, or immobile assets. Cash at such scale loses value annually by 5 to 10% due to inflation. Where do well-off people buy art? Yes, they buy art in large quantities, rent it to museums all around the world, or wrap it in shipping containers to use as a bargaining chip. Moving art worth $500 million is simpler than moving gold or silver. One of the best investments is fine art. The billionaire's asset is fine art, and with good reason. In periods of strong inflation like the one we're in, blue-chip art frequently outperforms the S&P 500. According to a groundbreaking University of Massachusetts study, 62% of very wealthy investors spend 30% or more on fine art and antiques. We comprehend. Who can buy a $5 or $50 million artwork, though? Damn these ultra-rich individuals for being able to spend in ways that average people cannot. Masterworks may be useful. Masterworks offers discounted prices for common people to purchase priceless artwork. Invest in shares rather than the entire artwork. The profits from selling the picture are split among the shareholders. The profits are good. The last 3 art sales by Masterworks generated profits of 10%, 14%, and 35%. Go to a.com/art right away or click the link in the description because Masterworks benefited our community and thousands of you invested profitably with them. Ignore the waiting list. Join now and start investing like the affluent. 6th, you won't become rich through chance or stocks. Stocks function. Financial advice popular in the 1980s and 1990s said that if you invested $5 each day in the stock market from the age of 20 to 65, you would become a billionaire. The math is correct, but prices in the market are shifting. These financial models are damaging and shallow. That suggests Warren Buffett invested $31,500 in his home in 1958. That home is now worth $877,000. 60 years later, that house is 28.3 times more expensive. The old house didn't get any more bedrooms. Think about this. Without taking any action, the house has beaten professional investors. Your $1 million retirement fund will barely get you by if you continue to save $5 every day. You can get rich through luck. Millions to billions are a different story. 7th, the creation of new billionaires causes the doubling of millionaires. Recall the example of borrowing money? Investors who have faith in their idea are drawn to every new billionaire. Peter Thiel made the initial outside investment in Facebook. He paid $500,000 for 10.2%. Ed sold 2/3 of his shares in Facebook at the time of its IPO for $628 million. Investment of 500,000 channel friends. The first investor in Coinbase was CEO of Y Combinator Gary Tan. In 2013. Similar tales of making money first and then investing in promising businesses are commonplace in Silicon Valley. Since less than 5% of their worth is liquid, one may be the 8th Airbnb. Average. The image of a billionaire is Scrooge McDuck leaping into a gold money vault. The majority of them are paper billionaires, which means they own stock in companies valued more than $1 billion. Assets and paper are equivalent. Less than 5% of billionaires' assets are usually liquid. If they require cash, they do not sell any assets. Instead, they visit banks and apply for low-interest loans using their paper. To purchase more assets that generate income, they take out a bank loan. Elon purchased Twitter without selling shares of Tesla or SpaceX. He used bank money to pay for it. The majority of billionaires are aware debt is not taxed. 9. Real wealth is created during times of crises. Billionaires have a distinctive viewpoint. People made fun of Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway for performing poorly for 10 years and criticized his sizable cash position for depreciating in value as a result of inflation. Poor individuals think in days, while those in the middle class and upper class think in months, quarters, years, and decades. Warren and Munger essentially stood by with money. They were able to purchase businesses at discounts ranging from 50% to 75% when this recession hit, making it the equivalent of Black Friday for billionaires every 10 years. They offer anything you want in secret. Not the everyday. Make a couple of plays focused on growth each decade. Number 10. Risk reduction and return boosting experts are available to anyone. Billionaires are not self-made, despite popular belief. For growth that is exponential, recognize that most things are handled. Financial risk is reduced by excellent accounting businesses. You employ attorneys to help you avoid liabilities. Excellent CEOs and management consistently expand the business. To advance, you need others' abilities. These wealthy employ specialists to pinpoint inflection points and advise on how to get ready for them. Executive coaches are on every CEO's council and can cost between $100,000 and $2 million annually. The CEO is emphasized and made clear. Professional athletes are prepared for major games by coaches. Imagine yourself benefiting from one of these elite super teachers. How quickly would your life get better and your goals be met? We pay these instructors so that you can benefit from their expertise in the app at a much reduced rate. Therefore, you can speak with several industry experts who are growth-focused. Few billionaires sell directly, according to number 11. Enterprise transactions generate the highest profits. Amazon's direct consumer segment is not profitable. In a video posted 2 days ago, we outlined why Amazon is losing money on this. Instead, hosting almost all of the internet is Amazon's cloud infrastructure company Oz, which is profitable with 35% year-over-year growth and $80 billion in revenue. For each employee that uses your service, companies want to pay $100 per month. It's fascinating. Most users of Gmail are free. Every month, we pay $10 for each business email. Google has surpassed $20 since AOL.com. For email alone, this small business pays Google thousands of dollars in recurring revenue. Each quarter, Google makes $6.3 billion from cloud services. $25 billion every year. It's still one transaction as long as you understand that convincing a customer to buy requires the same amount of effort as convincing a customer to do business with you. Income disparities are substantial. Most of you have the potential to earn 10 to 50 times more, but you're putting your attention elsewhere. 12. The majority of millionaires didn't begin from nothing. We will leave. Success in business needs a lot of work. The majority of these folks could risk it all because they had wealthy parents, a top-notch school system, and a safety net in case they failed. Once twice. Father-wed model Jeff Bezos. His parents gave him a donation of $250,000 for the business. Mother of Bill Gates is wealthy. The list goes on and on. Most people need years to progress from nothing to $250,000 in wealth. You gain an advantage by not having to worry about eating. Their successes are astounding. The key point is, you can watch this video and connect with just about any professional on Twitter and LinkedIn if you have access to education. Additionally, you are not starting from scratch. The lowest 2 billion people lack access to phones and the internet. Here's a more debatable point. 13. The majority of business moguls make their fortunes by using slave labor to operate computers or phones. On your electric car, scooter, drone, refrigerator, smart TV, etc. You are watching this. All employ cobalt. This is a commercial cobalt mine in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. No one ought to be excavating in these cobalt mines, according to official documents from all the major tech corporations. Adults working in cobalt mining make less than $2 per day. Children are preferred for this activity because they are smaller and less expensive. There is no new information. Film from 6 years ago displaying kids at a cobalt mine. Comforts are appreciated in our modern world. We are shielded from the realities of manufacturing, assembly, and shipment by technology. Despite being too young to work sustainably, the International Labor Organization estimates that 170 million youngsters are used in production, particularly in the fashion industry. For little to no pay, children pick cotton and distribute pollen over the fields. This allows for cheap sales of those items in fast and ultra-fast form. If it's affordable, right? Most sociopaths in position 14 are focused with wealth and success. It is real. You'll have to give up nearly everything else if you want that kind of fortune. You don't have a family or visit the kids. You constantly travel and are ambitious. You haven't gotten enough sleep in years, and your stress level is unrivaled. Various brain circuitry. You get one desire, and life is made up of building bricks. But you have to find it and spend a lifetime focusing on one goal. I don't think many people can. The only abilities required by billionaires are those in number 15, decision-making and persuasion. A select few high-value, high-reward decisions are made by senior leaders. Your rate of success is rewarded. Warren Buffett is widely regarded as the top investor in the world because he consistently makes wise decisions that benefit investors. As you advance, each choice increases in risk. The most crucial abilities to win over individuals and establish a product in the early stages are persuasion, or sales, and clear communication. You must sell your goods to consumers and investors. You'll be able to persuade someone to construct something for you as you advance in exchange for a share of the reward. If you take away anything from this essay, keep in mind that developing mental models is a good way to regularly hone your decision-making abilities. The second is speaking clearly and convincing others. Selling falls short in describing what you must do. The wealthy are distinctive. Have you ever seen behind the curtain of a billionaire? Thank you for watching this Sunday motivational video, and please comment. The last. The bone. portfolio of a typical billionaire investor. This was given by Visual Capitalist. The richest 10% of Americans control 89% of all U.S. equities, a record amount, while the remaining 90% have hardly any tradable assets. Observe this. While possessions enrich, earning supports. Buy products that appreciate if you don't want to be like 90% of Americans. If you're seeking to break free of mediocrity, this year is going to be really exciting and a lot of things will change for you. We need to know how many of you are serious, so please write "escape" in the comments. If you enjoyed today's video, click the bell icon to subscribe and make sure you never miss an upload.